Well, we're here at the Academy Sports and Outdoors Rigs and Techniques at the CCA Workbench, and as you can see, this is not Dave. This is Ray Rocher, my good friend, and Ray's the owner of R&R Tackle, Miss Brit Charters, one of the most accomplished anglers at fishing in the billfish circuit. He's won in Bermuda, he's won off of the coast here, as well as over in the Bahamas. And Ray, I'm really excited that you're here tonight, and that we're not talking about billfish, but we're talking about groupers, something that we can all eat and benefit from. So, First off, what have you learned over the years?
Well, the cool thing, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, is groupers can be caught here in so many different depths of waters, from 10 feet out to over 1,000. So techniques vary, sizes, weights of jigs, cut bait, live bait, all those things are possible.
So Ray, I know that when we were talking, when we were actually powdering our face,
you had to bring that up.
Yeah, I had to bring that up. I did that for all the boys on the dock. But you know, I think you learned early on from the commercial guys, what's the single most important thing?
Well, quality bait, live bait. They love live Speedos, dead Speedos. If you had to go out tomorrow and catch a grouper, recreationally, commercially, a live bait or a Speedo especially, high quality, light leader, if as light as you can get away with, but with heavy drag and good spots.
Yeah, obviously. And the guys that have to make a living catching a grouper in order to feed their family, certainly they know, and they're not going to take any shortcuts. You know, one of the old traditions of catching groupers was jigging. And I know that R&R Tackle makes a bunch of grouper jigs. Why don't you tell me a little bit about this one, Ray?
Well, that's just a deep water jig, as is this Delta. Helps you cut the water, go down fast. That would be something you would use in over 200 feet of water to maybe even 400 feet of water. These jigs, obviously, lighter jig, shallower water, tipped with a fish bite, works great. Obviously, squid, other types of cut bait will work too.
Yeah, sometimes, you don't have, you're fishing over in the Bahamas, or you're on your second day or something and you're out of bait. You can certainly pull out the fish bites and use this to tip. Did we rig this the correct way? Is that the way you'd like it? All right, now, I know that you create some deep drop rigs, so let's talk about the one that you've built for deep dropping.
Yeah, this is a 4-hook rig, really heavy duty. This is what you might use in deep water, 400 feet or deeper on out to over 1,000. Very strong 10-0 hook. We put a swivel, commercial grade swivel at each branch line, but also at the hook. So when the fish is coming up, hooked in the corner of his mouth, and he spins, that hook can turn and relieve the pressure so you don't de-hook the fish. I mean, how do you get a circle hook out of a fish? You twist it.
Right.
So you got to be careful of that.
So this obviously glows in the dark.
Yep.
What kind of baits would you tip this with if you were going to be deep dropping?
Well, squid works great, but it comes off the hook a little easier. So some people prefer bonita or barracuda. Something that fish bite, something that has some toughness. Really helps, especially if there's small vermilion snappers in the area. They might want to pick at that bait. If you're really trying for a grouper, kind of bigger, tougher baits work.
I think it's really important to go over this. So you guys, a 400-pound main line, 300-pound to the jig itself or the hook itself. Heavy duty hook.
Oh yeah, strong.
And what I like is that you have a swivel point here, a swivel point at the swivel with this, and then, as you said, a swivel built into the hook itself.
Yeah, that helps. Sometimes that branch line will get caught on the main line, and your top swivel doesn't work. So that's kind of the logic there. I got to fish with Bill Harrison when I was a teenager, spent a whole summer deep dropping in Key West, and I learned a lot about those kind of things. It really helps.
All right, so what other size rigs do you make? And this one has 5, so it's obviously a smaller rig. 7-0, tile fish, 8-0s, tile fish. We have 5-0s, vermilion snapper, that sort of thing. So kind of vary the hook size for the bait size and the fish size. rnrtackle.com, guys. That's where you can find all this great stuff. Plus, he has a dealer locator on his website, so go check it out. Right, Brie?
Exactly. Ray knows his stuff.